Once again, I forgot to get video of the very beginning, but this is pretty obvious. We're going to be replacing these exterior lights if things go the way they're supposed to. And they're going to be these nice looking, kind of modern things I think will go real well. Got a couple of issues to deal with. This screw here is kind of landlocked by this other one that looks to be like rusted in place, and so it can't really get to that, so we're going to try to use the existing mount, which I'm surprised. This was the opposite of the problem I thought I was going to have. I thought it was going to be loose mortar or something like that, but this is really very solid, so let's see if we can get that done. Comments are always welcome. In this case, I want to be sure I say, I know that it needs something here. These bolts are a little too long for this particular setup, so I know what I'm going to do, including maybe putting a bead of silicone around the back with some foam insulation, but I'm also going to get some more washers to put on this so that it tightens it down all the way to the back. Anyway, here they are, and we're ready to try and turn them on. And let's see if the lights are working. Well, that looks good. We'll have to see how they look tonight. But they're LEDs, and I think they're going to be a nice little accent. Okay, one project down. It's a good thing Heidi asked me if I was recording, because I wasn't. And this started on August the 10th, and it is now August the 31st. And I think now that I can finish this, I needed to gather up some supplies, but also things were kind of busy. So anyway, here we go. What I've been doing is saving scrap foam, like in packaging. And here's an example of something, I can't remember what I bought now, but here's the cutout that fits basically inside this. And I've cut a slot for the wiring to go down. But I've got also two more pieces because this may be a little too thick. And these are slightly less thick. So I'm going to cut two out of this size and then see which one is going to work best. We're going to probably do a little rectangle cutout here so that this will fit over it and the screws will punch through, and then we can screw everything back on. See, everything seems to be working well. The main thing that I had to wait on was I had to get some silicone, and I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to do it, but what my plan is to put masking tape around in a kind of a circle so that I can silicone to the wall and then take the masking tape away, and it should be a clean line with the silicone seal. We'll see if that works out the way I hope it will. And I may have to come back and put another layer of the silicone sealer around it after the fact, after you see how it hardens up. All right. I might have a time lapse here in a bit that will show like the whole process, but for now I'm gonna shut it down so that I can prep some more pieces. Here's where we're at this point. This is the cutaway for the bracket, and here's the line for the wiring to go through. I'm going to basically make a match for this for the other side, and so I'm going to come back in a second to do that, but I wanted to see first of all that would fit. So let's show a dry fit here. It's not perfect. I would have liked to have had black for this, but this is okay. And I wanted to have black silicone, but all they had there was clear, so we're going to do that. But there's the idea, and that will hold it more solidly against the wall. And it can also be sealed against the weather with the silicone around the outside edge. Okay, take that that off and cut the other piece. And of course, in the comments, somebody is going to be telling me all the ways I could have done it easier and better. And I hope you will do that, because I still have a lot to learn, and it would be great to learn that. Thank you very much. And it's going to need to set for a few days so that the sealer can bind and solidify. And then, what's happening there? And then I'll come back and trim to get the excess off, along with the masking tape. And it would be nice if this would screw into place again. Is it supposed to? Yes, there we go. And that is actually slightly off. Yeah, that's better. That's more straight up and down. Okay, I don't see any breaks. So at least as a first run, I think that's set, and I can do another round over top of that if there's an issue, and I can also either paint it black if it looks better, or I can get some black sealer to put over the top of that. But that looks to be a good solid seal all the way around. And we don't have, I don't think there's any rain really expected for a few days, so it should, and it's going to be cool nights, so, and not a lot of direct sunlight, some later afternoon sun, so it should be good to set up. Yeah, let's see how that goes and see what it looks like. I will probably do a follow-up video just to show how it turned out, but for now we're going to call this project done to the curing point. And my goodness, wouldn't it be great if we were all done to our curing point?